Let me ask you something honestly. Why is it that many sincere Christians pray, fast, attend church, serve faithfully, yet still struggle financially year after year? Is God selective? Is he unfair? Or is there something Scripture has been saying quietly that many believers never stop to truly understand? This teaching is about understanding a spiritual system that runs through the entire Bible, from Genesis to Revelation. And if you stay with me till the end, you may realize that tithing was never meant to burden you. It was designed to protect you. Let me be very clear from the beginning. God does not need your money. The one who created gold, silver, oil, cattle, land, and nations is not short of cash. Psalm 24, verse 1. The earth is the Lord's and everything in it. So if God owns everything, why does the Bible talk so much about money, giving, and tithing? Because money is not neutral. Jesus spoke more about money than he spoke about heaven and hell combined. Why? Because money has the power to compete with God for trust. Jesus said something very uncomfortable in Matthew 6:24. You cannot serve God and mammon. Mammon is not just money. Mammon is a system of security without God. It is the voice that says, if I don't hold this money, I'm not safe. If I give, I might lack. I trust what I can see more than what God promised. That's why God doesn't test your faith with prayers. He tests it with resources. Luke 16:10. Whoever can be trusted with very little can also be trusted with much. Tithing is not about how much you have. It's about who you trust first. Many people think tithing started with the law of Moses. It didn't. The tithe existed before the law, before temples, before priests as we know them. Genesis 14:18-20. Abraham gave a tenth to Melchizedek after God gave him victory. No one forced Abraham. No commandment was written. The tithe was a response, not a rule. It was Abraham saying, God, I know where this increase came from. Here's where many people miss it. The tithe is not a donation. It's a recognition of source. Leviticus 27:30. The tithe belongs to the Lord. That means before bills, before plans, before pressure, God is acknowledged first. Not because he is greedy, but because order invites covering. When order is broken, protection leaks. Not because God hates anyone, but because spiritual systems work whether we believe them or not. And this is why Malachi doesn't say, pay me. God says Malachi 3:7. Return to me and I will return to you. Let me say this gently. Many believers are not under attack. They are out of alignment. And alignment is not fixed by prayer alone. It's fixed by understanding and obedience. In the next part, we are going to talk more about why God calls withholding the tithe a spiritual problem, what windows of heaven actually mean, and how fear silently controls financial decisions.